Oh my god, guess what? We have the return of a major Young Justice character in Flash number 50, the conclusion to the Flash War. Hello comic book people of the world, Flash Wars is over, and yes, there is major ramifications going on in the entire DC universe because of this. Now right off the bat, I am a huge fan of Bart Allen, and I was really happy that he was introduced back in the 90s. This is when I started to really get into comic books. I liked his entire generation of superheroes. I mean, he started to bond really well with other heroes of his age, which included Robin, Tim Drake Robin, and Connor Kent, also known as Superboy, as well as Cassandra Sandsmark, who happened to be the Wonder Girl that came out at that time. I've stated this many times, but I've been wanting Young Justice to return back into DC Comics for a long time. But let's go into Flash War itself first. A lot of people are already aware of the Flashpoint storyline and the whole Rebirth storyline that's going through DC, where a lot of characters were taken away, as well as a lot of memories and adventures. Wally West returned from the Speed Force. Unfortunately, though, a lot of his memories were all messed up. Bart Allen is just one of the many characters that have not appeared in DC for the past several years since the New 52 started up. The Flash War started up with Wally regaining his memories, and with the Renegades, who are a future law enforcement version of the Rogues, coming into the present day to arrest Iris West. This sparked off this whole dramatic battle between Wally and Barry. Wally had remembered that he had twins and they were missing in the Speed Force, to which Wally was going to mess with the timeline and try to fix everything. This is all under the coercion of Hunter Zolomon, who happens to be another version of Reverse Flash. He had different powers and different motivations in comparison to Eobard Thawne, but still he was a Reverse Flash. Barry, being Barry of course, attempts to stop Wally from messing with the timeline because of all the ripple effects of everything else that it'll do. The end result of this is that the Speed Force barriers are broken and everything was just a machination of Hunter Zolomon. Other forces are released from the Speed Force, including the Sage Force and the Strength Force. But time travel has now been eliminated, even with a cosmic treadmill, which is something that the Flashes have used for many years. End result, Zolomon, also known as Zoom, is temporarily defeated. But the big thing is that Bart Allen, Impulse, is back. Also, definitively, we've been told that Wally West is faster than Barry, which I'm happy that that's stated out loud because I've always known that Wally is faster. That's really minor in comparison to the rest of the story though. So what's going to happen with Impulse? I'm hoping that this cheerful demeanor is going to bring some more brightness to the comic books. When Rebirth first started up, it felt as though everything was going in a much more positive direction. But stories progressively got much darker in tone as well. With the whole Doomsday Clock storyline, we still don't even know what happened with Rebirth and why all this came about. Bart has always been a very positive beacon and I loved his personality. I'm really hoping he's going to say, where's Tim Drake? Where's Connor Kent? Where's Cassie Sandsmark? The Wonder Girl that was introduced into this universe is a very poor version of her. And even that version of Wonder Girl has been missing since Teen Titans reformed under Damian Wayne. Tim Drake doesn't even know who Connor Kent is, who happens to be his bromantic partner. There was a version of Bart that was introduced into the New 52 universe, but it wasn't the real him. I don't know if anyone that really liked that version of Bart Tor, that was his name. It was really odd that they did that. But with a real Bart returning and him being in his original costume, there's a lot of possibilities in the future. There are still other characters that could be missing in the Speed Force as well. We've already been hinted at that Jay Garrick is stuck in the Speed Force. There's one panel in particular where Wally is reminiscing about the Flash family, and there's a couple characters in the shadows in the back. I hope that Jay Garrick is one of them. Also Jesse Quick and maybe Max Mercury. Rebirth has been going on for years and DC has been milking it for all it's worth, which I understand that, but at a certain point you gotta say that there's some answers that have to be given. But there could be some long-term plans we're not even aware of. Last we saw of Red Robin, Tim Drake, he went out to discover some of the things that are missing in our universe. This could be leading to a new Young Justice comic book where he meets up with Bart Allen and they discover that there are many things that are gone, including Connor Kent. At least I really hope something like that's gonna happen. Young Justice Season 3, the animated series, is gonna be starting next year. And I think it would be dumb for DC not to have a comic book going on at the same time. Obviously, it would be different types of stories going on, but still, they should have the comic book. Okay, I'm gonna stop at that point. I've talked way too much, but still, I think this is great. Bart Allen is back, and I'm super stoked about it. Thank you guys for watching me in this video. If you like this, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, put on the notification bell so you can see future videos coming out. Check out my Patreon site when you get a chance. Check out my social media sites, my website, and everything else out there. Peace, love, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. In the epilogue of the Flash War story, we're shown a shadowy figure that was locked up by Eobard Thawne. He's going to be a huge character in the future, and I'm curious as to who do you think he is? I personally have no idea, but from what it looks like he's going to have a major grudge against the Flashes.